and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Kill them!
Punitive action.
Combat! Over here! 3 holes ahead!
Status currently frost.
Up to...
Not giving up.
Lights flashing before my eyes, Commander!
You have my thanks and my hammer. You want trouble? Trouble it is. None shall stand against us.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal. Commander, Wakulot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter. Hey, distraction for you. Get me in. Help me out.
You have my thanks and my hammer. To battle! I would not refuse assistance. It is most embarrassing. You have my thanks and my hammer. You must keep your blood within, Commander. I shall reduce them to a slurry. Unleash my might upon them.
Ready to take the heat off the Commander. Just
I loathe to admit it.
the insides are leaking outside, Commander.
You have my thanks and my hammer.
without help, Commander. know when you need a distraction. Not walking this long. Stand me back up.
Quarry found. Forever vigilant. There you are. Through his beneficent guidance. Somewhere I ain't.
Knew you had my back. Ready to waste them. On your command. Got a distraction for you. I'm at it.
I despise that operator. You have my thanks and my hammer.
You caught slow, Commander.
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume with Auntie's Choice.
understand you've been a very busy little manty-wasp. Well, out with it.
Yes, time is bits. Tell us how it went.
Sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file.
A satisfactory effort, my ameliorator. I had hopes your talents would yield a result a mite more in our favor, but good work overall.
Program than the Protectorate's watered down rip-off pitch roll, they call it. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started on their arbitrary rule changes.
Well, I suppose I can't argue with the truth of that.
Anything else you'd like to report?
Why even have the T-zones then? Oh, and sportsmen...
Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered. And it was an ideal first step in effecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art.
I'd pit our least bankable tossball team against the Protectorate's
Yes, suppose we should move on. Ursula, will you do the honors?
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can sometimes lack a certain subtlety, though. The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it on Praetor. Auntie wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important. Fine. Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities.
I'm just like you. Until next time, look for me in the Platinum Executive Skybox.
Actually, it's only 3. Surely you can handle twice that many tasks. I don't want to sound like the Order, but you could make a list, maybe. A few aspirational goals, if possible. If you see a chance to talk their lead scientist into joining us, and/or dig up additional details about the process, do so.
Which is to say, we'll make it more worth your while. I promise you'll never want for compensation while in our employ.
See you when it's done.
The original remains. Strive to spread unfettered free trade and self...
Those fools! Protectorate subjects should know better than to attack a Protectorate arbiter. The only explanation is that they were lackeys of the Consul. Why else would they engage someone such as myself without expecting reprisal? Then they should have reported me to their superiors rather than attempting to exact justice themselves. I shall continue to answer slights of this nature through violence, but hopefully I shall not need to do this more than a few times.
Coming up, Wilson. Give the word and
Taking cover!
Guns cocked and loaded. Let's get the signal.
Every composed terrorist site identified.
I am loath to admit I require medical assistance. You have my thanks and my hammer.
Have you considered that ourselves voluntarily is proof enough that we don't require it, and would in fact waste resources that could be better spent on other subjects? Need I remind you that we don't have to all your subjects must be willing to sacrifice their own very own
Invasive elements!
how are you? Commander.
You have my thanks.
Infantry charge! Ready to waste them on your command.
None shall stand against us!
Invasive element.
Over there! Hold the head!
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of your prescribed curative regime. Think only prescribed thoughts, and no bliss and pleasure.
Don't make me... Up two! I'm not ready!
Invasive element.
Assist me, will you? My death would be a stain on both of us! I shall reduce them to a slurry!
Have my back.
Many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia. Placid waters, wellness
The idea is to kill them before you die. Let me know when you needed a stretch.
I am out.
I would not refuse assistance! Most embarrassing.
Efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important. Remember, collective cognitive.
Come in, come right in, and be refreshed.
When we all together, we efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental...
Are you ready to realign with the paradigm? To shed all manner of imperfect thoughts?
All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail,
And a quick dip into the lathe of particularity to abrade your imperfections.
I'm Head Refresher Ghoul, and I guarantee when you exit our doors, you'll be a
Productive member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say,
goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
As an arbiter, I welcome any procedure that wise the... Is the room spinning?
Greetings, subject. Or should I say, refreshed to be. Welcome to the Wellnetarium. You're not on my schedule. A walk-in, then. Wonderful. Once you're properly evaluated, we'll have you well on your way to refreshment.
Right. That's why we're here. Got some thoughts we need rinsed. Washed. Announced.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment.
Refresher Gould, the top cognitive devisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Why, of course. Naturally. It is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental tune-up whenever we experience imperfect thoughts or lack a little zeal.
Raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the protector.
Head Refresher Gould says mental refreshment increases tractability, stifles undue agitatement, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry. I've undergone the procedure myself. Several times, they say, and look at me now. Never more content.
At all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is
Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / you're right, and it will begin your assessment.
And refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Notions are a gateway to mayhem, bedlam, turmoil, and vexation.
Greeting, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Welditarium. Evaluation commencing. Subjects are required to respond 100% accurately to all queries. Bespoke prescribed regimens may produce untoward ramifications if baseline data is greater than minutely erroneous. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective. Incorrect, but your response has merited a yaysayer verbal commendation for exceptional tactfulness in the field, allowing you partial credit. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually. Each a vital cog. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 3 being a traitor, 1 being dead.
refreshing than ever.
Grey gone astray? Book a stay today.
Incorrect. Wait, processing. That was correct. No subject has ever answered that query accurately before to date. The degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a dutiful and true subject of the Protectorate is beyond measure. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, doubt, disbelief, uncertainty, curiosity, recalcitrance, and mischief?
Refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Unacceptable. Obsequious denial detected. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you?
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and content.
Processing determination. An acceptable response. The appropriate reply was, they never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lagged. Formulating conclusion. Phrenometric matrix delineated. Subject evaluation score total 100 out of 200. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful Protectorate subject is 0. In conclusion, you are in dire need of mental refreshment. Now, proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complimentary unitard and lift pass. Next, proceed one floor down, where you will be directed further. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
We're...
Trust me, delay the particularity does wonders.
We're refreshed. So refreshed. Mentally. So refreshed.
Can't stop picturing Sev going through this exact process.
Their team plays the worst anyone has ever... Oh, you're new. Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation. I'm Waylon. No, my daughter's name is Emily. Millie is a nickname for Emily, but I don't call her that. I couldn't leave. Not yet. Haven't completed my regimen. My phrenometric peaks are still jutting all over the place, they say. Are you in disguise? I don't recognize so-and-so as a title. This feels a bit curious to me. But I feel compelled not to question it too much. Maybe the treatment is working. I'd go with you, I guess. But I need something first. They took all my things when I arrived. Stored them in storage. My commemorative pitch balls in there. From my favorite team, the Paradigm Abiders. Can't leave without it. I had to turn in my personal items when I was admitted. On account I tried to leave once or twice before. Saw them put it in a closet behind reception upstairs. Suppose so. Maybe almost, at least. One way out's the safest. Someone dug a tunnel in the kitchen pantry. Though there are 2 automechs assigned there now, to keep subjects from wandering in and ambling off. That doesn't seem like the sort of thing that'd be allowed, but guess you know what you're doing. I'll be dithering about here in the meanwhile. Oh, hello.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an exception.
Your siren's call of independent thought falls on a deaf mind.
down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder, why does the Protectorate need mental refreshment? Doesn't it inhibit personal freedom? Yet this freedom they celebrate is a yawning chaos, and their choice is an invitation to failure, loss, and anarchy. It is a sad fact that all human beings require direction. As my good friend the Consul would say, at its base, humanity unguided is cravenly, inept, and slothful. We of the Protectorate are not, because we do not allow ourselves to be. The paradigm charts our course, gives us purpose. The Consul is the firm hand that guides us. Mental refreshment keeps us on task, free from doubt, efficient, perfect. And thus we enjoy amity, luxury, and resplendence. The system provides, the system abides.
What a splendid lecture. At least, I'm sure it was. I began thinking about the rocks in my boots halfway through.
Curiosity does not enter into my vision.
Oh, a new face. Well, I'd welcome you to the Wellnetarium, but the designated subject reader ought to have attended to that by now. I was once a victim of imperfect thoughts. Oh, I had so many questions. But my questioning days are long gone.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation.
Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But worry not. Soon enough, with our help and a little work, you'll never question again. I see you found the lecture as edifying as all the others here. Good, good. Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of the prescribed curative regimen. Head Refresher Gould provides us with daily lectures in audio cartridge form to steer group thinking. As they say, to think together is to together thrive. Upstairs in the audiovisual aids office, of course. Though that area is off limits to all subjects not a part of facility staff or security.
With flawless efficiency. Unthinking is essential. Unthink today.
How very interesting. Here, take my pass then. It grants access to all mid-privilege priority areas. You'll feel ever so much better once your phrenometric peaks have been abraded.
I was sure we'd be forced to slay her. Despite her quirks, I'm pleased we managed to avoid this. Typically, I do not view mental refreshment firsthand. Its effects on an individual's spirit of inquiry are most deleterious.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how mentally refreshed are you feeling today? Response, zeal, noted. With hope, our highly trained refreshment facilitators will share your promising self-diagnosis. I am responsible for providing each subject with their recommended daily dosage of Reprioritrin. Medicament dispensement has concluded for the day. Response. Medicaments are stored in medicament storage, the office in which this unit presently operates. Yet, it is strictly off-limits to all non-refreshment facilitator personnel. Farewell statement. May refreshment soon render you free from doubt. A vital cog once more.
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of your prescribed curative regime. Think only prescribed thoughts and no bliss.
Hostiles.
Only
The Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Ready to take the heat off the Predator. Just say when.
I am trying to punish.
Hey, got a distraction for you. I'm at.
Status currently prostrate.
I am loath to admit I require medical aid.
Knew you had my back.
None shall stand against us.
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent prudence dictates. Oh, disruptive influences.
Villains abound.
Let me know when you need a distraction. Kulak couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter. Knew you had my back.
Invasive! And my hammer. Didn't mean to assault an arbiter.
Increases tractability. Undue agitation. Stymies undue.
I shall ready to hurt, Commander. Steal yourself.
Ready to waste. On your command.
Say, what's that sound? What is the wall with so soft all of
Shall not stay, your ex.
Oh, do I detect a whiff of reprioritin gas? You know, I suddenly feel a mite more pliable somehow. Surely nothing to question. I thought no one was due for peak abradement for hours. I should have your chart. Wait. Wait. Ha! You're not a protectorate subject at all. You have the telltale look of wonder and introspection.
Scientists of this echelon must be exposed to low doses of refreshment gas to build a resistance. Sort of like arbiters with bullets.
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. My, can't believe I'm falling for that, as it may be the most unconvincing display of fealty I've ever seen. Oh dear, I seem to be a little unstable at the moment. But never fear, I have intellect to spare. Don't believe me? I can prove it. Even in a state such as this, I am more than able to apply my argumentative skills against the inferior minds and bankrupt philosophies of our rivals. To what end are you here? Tell me truly, speak plainly. You know, I'm beginning to have an inkling about your purpose here, and whose employ you're under. A proposal. Adequately debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology, and I'll provide you what you're here for. I believe in the strength of our ideals. I'm quite certain I'll win you over. What's more, our colloquy promises to be vastly more diverting than my usual day-to-day blather. But if I'm wrong, what would Auntie's Choice or the Order or, my word, you're not a scrapper? Well, none of them will know what to do with our advanced know-how. There's a good sport. Do try to keep up. So, what of the Order, our former allies, those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lives free of luxury, toiling away in ceaseless cogitation? What say you of them? My position is a burden gladly taken to ease the suffering of our subjects. I think so they don't have to ensure the paradigm runs ably. Their order is chaos to us. Though your point, while gratingly expressed, is noted, albeit grudgingly. What say you about Auntie's Choice, then? Tell me, is there any value in the vapid emptiness of those corporate consumerists? That actually sounds to have some slight merit when you put it that way. I mean, such a system would leave behind the general public, though. All our friends and neighbors. Your point is not completely without worth, I suppose. Only mostly. In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, worry, hard work. No, the others simply cannot compare. People are unproductively prone to unhappiness. We remove this self-sabotaging flaw so they can fully appreciate the ample bounty we provide, free of doubt and worry.
Oh, are we to debate the nature of self now? Of identity? Let's stay on topic. I admit I've never submitted myself to the lathe of particularity, but I'm sure it would be like a light, pleasant misting of the mind. I am certain I would return unchanged. Well, you've raised some interesting points, I suppose. Any other clever assertions you'd like to put forward before I fully evaluate your performance here? You don't think I'd send thousands through the process if I wasn't absolutely confident of it being unharmful. The results speak for themselves, literally. Our subjects have never been more content. They say so repeatedly. Huh. Taken as a whole, that was the most engaging conversation I've had in... oh, well, couldn't even say. Yes, it's true. I am thoroughly disturbed by how much you made me question many long-held beliefs. But frankly, that was quite invigorating. Now, what next? Really? That's exceptionally flattering. And something I never would have considered before our belief-shaking conversation. But honestly, I do deserve it, don't I? Might I ask for a few additional particulars? For instance, what is the title of the role? My, that sounds wonderful. I shall head there straight away. Thank you so much for making this opportunity happen. What an edifying confabulation.
Sure, they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
And refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Wait. I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive. Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting, per instructions. Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer!
Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended.
Who are you speaking to? Are you recording this? Enough of this farce! Release me at once!
Facilities to be found throughout Arcadia. Classic area here on
refresher Gould, the top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever. Remember, collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together.
Commander, eggs from a threat!
And we fashion into a thing of symmetry.
Gained privileged access somehow. Our superiors must have arranged it.
Questions are an addiction.
Don't hurt him, please. The Sovereign isn't at his best right now. You're not here to harm him, are you? If so, I must warn you, I will defend the Sovereign to the fullest extent of my meager abilities. Yes, it is. Our beneficent, infallible ruler, the Sovereign Henry Aloysius Varric, son of the first Sovereign, Reuben Varric. You'll have to forgive him right now. As I said, he is not his best today.
My Sovereign, what have they done to you?
Think only prescribed thoughts and no bliss and plenty.
No, and certainly not the embodiment of all that is the Protectorate. This is a greater crime than all I have witnessed.
Deserves what? Whatever do you mean? We've been here since it was determined that the Sovereign, long distraught over the loss of his family, was in need of mental refreshment. Since then, he has been receiving dedicated treatment from head refresher Gould himself. Well, after his first session, the Sovereign was notably upset, launched into hysteric fits of paranoid ranting. Absurd nonsense about how the consul had betrayed him and seized power. For his own good, he had to be gently but firmly restrained. That all stopped after his next dip into the lathe, thank law. He's remained quite peaceful since. I'm certain he'll be back to his old self in no time. preposterous. The consul and all the vigilant are above reproach. No subject of the Protectorate would ever harm, or knowingly allow harm to befall our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign, or consider such a thing. To even think such a thought is unthinkable. This stately form before you is the direct descendant of the matriarch herself. All we have, all any of us have, stems directly from the works of his family line. I will stay true to him and the Protectorate to the end. We all will.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation.
The Sovereign is receiving the finest possible care, as he has every day of his life. Treatment outside the Protectorate is barbaric by comparison. Our system is perfect. Just leave us be.
I suppose there is nothing we can do at this juncture. Guard him well, Feld. I shall honor him, in health and infirmity alike. I swear it.
Don't forget, your unthinking compliance lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unthinking is essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever.
Right as... Hello! You find my pitch ball?
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnitarium,
commemorative pitch ball! I missed you so. Let's never part again. Suppose I'm ready to leave. Well, almost.
For making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Okay. Ready to go then, I suppose. If we get separated, I'll meet you there.
They never question, never doubted.
For their assigned work.
Never lagged.
Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just leave with.
Possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Prudence dictates. We repel.
fate is to court ruin.
You have a look of query about me. Hello. My name is Abigail, and I am realigned with the paradigm. Head Refresher Gould says his recorded lectures are key to thinking approved thoughts. He tells us what to think and what thoughts are unsanctioned. It's also very helpful. That, a restorative cocktail of pharmaceuticals, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity device can abrade all imperfections. Only internally, I'm afraid. You should speak to Refreshment Facilitator Tilden in the lecture hall. Why, it's right outside Head Refresher Gould's office. He'll schedule you an appointment. I once possessed a failing of character where I would voice simple statements in a way that sounded like a question? Drat! There, did it again. Anyhow, I was reported for it? It is the duty of all Protectorate subjects to regularly converse with our neighbors, so we may determine if their zeal has wavered. I am newly full of zeal, free of imperfect thoughts. My mind is a thing of symmetry. My phrenometric peaks are all abraded. I only experience approved emotions. Doubt and worry are notably unsanctioned. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts, after all. Refreshment is inevitable. You can't fight contentment.
Medicament dispensable for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an exception.
You mentioned my daughter afore, didn't you? Is she waiting for me somewhere through there? This is all right neighborly of you. Can't thank you enough. Now, after you. By all means. Guess all outsiders aren't as bad as Prudence makes you out to be.
You'll feel ever so much better once your phrenometric peaks have been abraded.